Hi, welcome to HardReset.Info. Today we will take a look how POCO F7 Pro handles photography, and unexpectedly we will compare it to the last year camera flagship Google Pixel 9. Of course, all we know that these phones are not in the same category just because POCO F7 Pro is more powerful because of better processor, but all we know that Pixel 9 has Tensor processor, and Tensor has really good AI algorithms to perform our photos better. But today, let's focus specifically on camera capabilities of both devices. Both of these phones has 50 megapixels main camera module, and Pixel has 10 megapixels front camera, but POCO has 20 megapixels front camera. So let's compare them. But firstly, let's compare camera interfaces. Here on Xiaomi we have HyperOS, so here we have another UI, but on Pixel 9 we have Pixel OS, and it has Pixel camera, very minimalistic application. So let's check all camera features and functions on both devices. So let's begin from the main menu. Here we have, as you can see, very minimalistic interface on Pixel device, and maybe not too minimalistic, but pretty good interface in POCO device. So what about modes? As you can see, in POCO and in Pixel we can switch between modes in the same way. In POCO we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 modes, just swiping right or left. In POCO we have 5 modes and more tab, and in more tab we have more modes. Okay, so let's compare them. Here we have long exposure, action pan. This is the completely Pixel feature. There is no alternative on POCO. So as you can see, in POCO we have documents mode, so we can easily scan documents just in application, and I think it works really good. So let's try to scan anything we have, for example this logo. Let's take a photo, and as you can see, it's automatically cutted, and now we have a scanned object, maybe not the document. Here we have some modes: black and white, original, or enhanced. So I think this is really cool feature. We can do the same on Pixel device, but to do that we should download third-party applications. If we're talking about photo and portrait mode, it's located in the same place on POCO and on Pixel device. Night mode and night side. In Pixel, night side it's more enhanced night mode, but of course this is additional features, it's not for daily use. And what about video? So when we're talking about the video, so to switch between video and photo mode in Pixel, we just click on this button, and now when we in the video mode, here we have additional modes on our Pixel device. So here we can see Pixel. This is the camera phone, and it was created to take photos and record videos. So for photo in Pixel we have action pan, long exposure, portrait mode, photo mode, night shift, panorama, and that's it. On POCO device for photo we have photo mode, documents mode, portrait mode, night mode, and here we have panorama, 50 megapixels mode, and maybe that's it, and long exposure, and that's it, right? But when we start to talk about video, so here in video we have more modes in Pixel device. So here we have pan, blur, video, slow motion, time lapse, but on Xiaomi we have only video, just normal video mode. A really cool director mode. So in this director mode, you don't need to download Cinema Pro or Filmic Pro application on your device. You can use only your POCO phone to record professional video. But here we have time-lapse and dual video mode. And using dual video mode, you can record video from the selfie camera, from the front camera, and from the rear camera. Alright, let's take a closer look of first photo comparison. On the right, we've got the Pixel, you can tell by the file name. On the left, it's the POCO. At first glance, you can see that the POCO image has more vibrant and saturated colors. It just looks a bit nicer maybe. And now if you look at the Pixel photo, it seems like there was too much light hitting the lens here on the right top corner. The POCO had a similar challenge in this area, but it handled it a bit better. When it comes to color accuracy, so I'd say POCO did a slightly better job here. I think the rod on the POCO looks too bright and use a lot of details here on the rod. Meanwhile, the Pixel managed to keep good detail on the rod and it stays sharp even when you zoom in, as you can see. Here I have no details, and if I'll zoom in, so as you can see, it looks worse and worse. Okay, now let's see at the human and the pedestrian and the text on the store sign. And as you can see, on the POCO the sign is already unreadable. So it's not exactly crystal clear on the Pixel 2, but as for the pedestrian, POCO captures a bit more better here, as you can see. When in Pixel, our pedestrian is in pixels. So I think there is no winner on this comparison with the first photo, so go on to the another one. Alright, here we've got some beautiful clouds, and to me the colors look a bit more natural on the Pixel here on the right. Sure, the POCO image might seem maybe more vibrant at first glance, I don't know, but you can also notice that the Pixel has a slightly better dynamic range, especially here on this part of the photo. So let's take a look at the red brick building on the left, the POCO here, and on the right the Pixel. And on the POCO you can barely see any details even from a distance, but when we look at Pixel photo, so we can even see that here we have a lot of more details even without zoom in. Now let's look at the tree and the houses in the background. I'm very interested what we have here. So here maybe the same situation. So Pixel again shows a bit more details and slightly better sharpness maybe. But even so, it's hard to call that Pixel wins. Really guys, I don't know which one is better, so please write in comments below. Let's check out the portrait camera without portrait mode, so just photo by selfie camera. Right away you can see that the Pixel takes a closer photo than the POCO for some reason, but the difference between the two is much bigger here. So the first thing you can notice in the detail, so as you can see now, I can see that Pixel has a bit more details. So even when Pixel only has 10 megapixel front camera and the POCO has 20. So it's really interesting. Pixel still shows much more details even with less megapixels. So really I don't know, is it good for selfies, this detalization. As you can see, yes, here every single hair is visible here. But I don't know, is it good for a selfie camera? Maybe. I don't know. So guys, you need to write in comments, is it good or not? So I can say that Pixel shows hair color and the skin tone more accurately, maybe. So this is my normal hair color. Here my skin has maybe a little bit yellow tone, and I don't think it's very good. And I hope in real life it's not. And as you can see, both devices did well with dynamic range. Pixel made the tree in the background more blurry. I don't know why, because I didn't turn on any blur. The building behind me looks a bit sharper on the POCO. But building in the background looks maybe the same. Okay, move on. The portrait mode selfies turn out equally bad. Honestly, I wouldn't use portrait mode for selfies on either phone. The edge detection is rough and the blur looks way too harsh. These companies still have a lot to learn from iPhones when it comes to portrait photos. Thankfully, it's not something you need to use every day. Also, it's strange, but as you can see, POCO struggled a little bit, but it struggled with dynamic range and overexposed some areas, even in parts that didn't look tricky at first. So as you can see, it wasn't a problem for Pixel to make normal dynamic range and exposure here. On the right side I have Pixel, on the left I have POCO device, and on the one hand both phones shoot very smoothly, as you can see. On the POCO, the video shakes and even breaks up a little by walking. On the Pixel it doesn't shake, but in some parts here, as you can see, the image kind of falls apart too. I don't know how to explain it, but just in different way. It looks, I don't know, it looks maybe not too good. And when we recorded first video about Pixel camera, when Pixel 9 was brand new and after date of release, so we had the same problem and it's still not fixed. As for dynamic range, Pixel is clearly better here, but when it comes to color, both phones looks pretty much the same. I can't tell that one of them is better. But when it comes to tell about video shot by selfie camera, here things are very clear. On the POCO, colors are dull, inaccurate and just not very nice to look at it. On the Pixel, as you can see, colors are vibrant, clean and sharp. It's the kind of image you actually enjoy watching. So as you can see, the dynamic range, dynamic range is really bad on POCO. As you can see, dynamic range is poor. Now when I try to shoot from the bottom, as you can see here, we can see that the image really cool colors are sharp and vibrant on Pixel device, but big picture is very poor on POCO. I don't know why, but it's true. POCO has 20 megapixels camera, but it works worse than Pixel's camera. So I hope you like your phone, I hope you like your Pixel if you have Pixel, I hope you like POCO if you have POCO, but you need to understand this wasn't a full review, this was just fast comparison of two cameras, but you can watch full review on our channel. Maybe we will publish it after a week. You will see complete comparison between these devices and between this smartphone and new Pixel 9a, more budget model. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope this video was helpful for you. Bye.